We're just setting up some things. Our technical guy is out today.
Right,
He had to work.
right.
We're praying for a snow day, guys. Wu Tang's for the kids.
Wu Tang's for the kids. Hey, how did I get this thing off?
I
Take
don't
me
know,
out
but you
back
should
on
have
it.
done that before we went live, babe.
I got it. I got it. I got it. This will get edited out. I know we're live, but this will get edited out. All right. All right. All right. All right.
All right, all right, all right.
All right. Here we go. All right. All right. Hey, yo, 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 what's good? Welcome back to Couples Couch. Let's go. Thank you for tuning in to our sixth episode.
Sixth episode.
My name is Derek.
And this is the Couples Couch where Black love kicks back, gets real, and definitely laughs out loud. I am your co host, Nicole.
Make sure, all right, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Couples Couch 24. So when the live is over tonight and we'll probably post, say, hey, the video's uploaded, get on to our YouTube channel at Couples Couch 24.
And make sure that you watch our older episodes and just stay up to date with us. And don't forget to follow our business pages. I am the owner and designer at Soul Signature Designs on Instagram. On Facebook, I'm just Soul Signature. And don't forget to follow our new apparel line. We are BLKLine on IG and BLKLine on Facebook. That's BLK Line. Links will be in the captions.
You're good. Keep going. I got to turn one more mic on, but keep going.
Uh oh.
Sorry, technical difficulty.
Which
Sorry,
mic you got
sorry,
to turn
sorry.
on, babe?
We're good.
Was our mics not on before?
No, no, no. The wireless.
Oh. All right. So this evening we're going to be getting into some of your our couch cousins questions. And I posted some things on my Facebook page, and you guys were more than generous in getting back to us. So this evening, babe, what are we getting into?
All right. Let's see here. So,
Cell phone. Cell
yeah,
phone.
cell phone. So, uh, this question comes from all you cousins and cell phones. Should your partner have access to your cell phone? Why do you think they should, or why don't you think they should?
And ironically enough, right before we went live, I was watching an episode of the Angie Martinez show where she
Yeah.
was interviewing Bun B,
Yep.
and
Trill.
he said that he believes that you should be able to leave your cell phone with your wife for a weekend. So I think this is a very
Mm.
good question,
Mm.
and
For
you
the
guys have
weekend?
been bringing it with these questions. So thank you. So, babe, what do you think
For the weekend?
for the weekend?
Whoa,
Could you do
whoa, whoa,
that?
whoa, whoa. I could, but it would be hard because I, like we all do, get entertained by my phone by getting on, you know, social media and on TikTok or whatever. So, but as far as if the entertainment part of it was taken out, absolutely, I could.
So if it was just a phone
Yeah,
with nothing else on it, you could leave your phone with me for a weekend.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, we'll have no problem with that. Again, I feel like Bun kind of tapped in. That when you marry somebody, there's no ain't no ain't no secrets.
I'm gonna put that interview in the captions as well, so you guys can watch it. All right, moving on.
Yeah, moving
I'm
on.
gonna save my thoughts for the main discussion. I think you should too. But
Yeah,
let's go ahead and mic
yeah,
check.
yeah. So last week we asked you guys about did he do it? Did he not do it? But hey, we're gonna leave that back. We're gonna leave that last week.
Well, not really.
Oh, Okay.
Because, see, a lot of people have since chimed in,
Yeah.
and new people have been added to the beef. So let's just get into this segment that we call Mic Check.
Yep.
Before we jump into our main segment, we're going to start with a warm up question.
Yep. Okay. The warm up question. So let's talk Ja Rule and Marlon Wayans. And do we throw Curtis in there too?
We're going to throw Curtis in there.
Okay. All right. All right.
So I'm just saying, I don't think Ja Rule should have ever jumped into this conversation. This is not a fight
Yeah.
that he wants to be a part of,
Yeah.
especially when 50 Cent is involved. I mean, the man
Yeah.
bought your whole
Yeah.
show out. You were rapping to an empty
Yeah.
concert. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I just don't think you jump into an argument that has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Nothing.
But 50 and Marlon Wayans, I mean, I just don't think 50's going to beat a comedian.
No.
Because Marlon is here for all of the shit.
No, Marlon had. I've watched some podcast interviews, and Marlon says, "I'm with the shits." Excuse my language.
He's with it.
And he's expressed numerous times where he's had situations with other people where they've like tried to troll him, and he's like, "Do you know what I do for a living? And do you know who my brothers are and my family is? Like I've been doing this whole comedy thing all my life." So,
I mean, they mob deep. The Wayans are deep,
man,
and they're all comedians. So, and they have each other's backs. So I don't know.
Right.
I 50, you got it with the Petty Award, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to beat a Wayans.
a Wayans.
He's pulling up stuff, pictures, and quoting over them, and just stuff from your past. And I just feel like this is not gonna end well.
Yeah, it's a Wayans.
It's a Wayans brother.
Like come on, Fifth.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna end well. I think that 50 might lose this battle with Marlon Wayans. I think Marlon Wayans is gonna clown.
Yeah.
So, but I'm here for it. I'm here for
Yeah.
all of the shenanigans, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
right. So the mic is ready. Let's get into this real talk. All right, which is our main discussion. Cell phones. Should your partner have access to your cell phone? Do you think, yes? Or do you think, nah, there has to be a line drawn? So.
Well, really quickly.
Okay.
Our daughter Jasmine just jumped on the live. What's up, Jazz?
What up, Jazz?
She said Marlon been with the shits. 50 Cent be starting stuff, but tries to disappear.
Yeah. 50. I think 50 understands and knows like there's only so much he can do with a comedian, especially. I'll just say it. Like Marlon Wayans is like that's comedy royalty. I mean, he's got like comedy royalty, and Marlon has been on podcasts and said his three favorite comedians are Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and his brother Damon Wayans. He said because of how like they were so like groundbreaking and they had no fear when they got on stage. And that's true. Richard Pryor had no fear.
None.
Eddie Murphy had no fear. Damon Wayans had no fear.
And speaking of Eddie Murphy, did you see Mojo Brooks in his red leather giving homage to Eddie Murphy?
No, did he really?
Yes, he did.
Dope.
And
That's
he had
dope.
his initials engraved in the back. It's really dope. I have to show you the picture. It's really dope.
Yeah,
What's up, Danielle?
Yeah, dope. What's up, D Moore?
So I'm gonna put that question in the caption. Who do you think is gonna win this beef? Is it gonna be 50 or Marlon Wayans?
Yeah.
You guys can go ahead and answer that.
Yeah.
But let's get back to our main discussion. Cell phones, and should your partner have access to your cell phone? Why or why not? I'm going to jump on my Facebook page because we got a lot of responses to this question. So, babe, while I'm jumping on Facebook, what do you think?
And so I think that when you decide to get married, I mean, obviously when you get engaged, and even dating, and then when it gets serious and you get engaged, at some point there has to be a discussion with you and your significant other about your cell phone, about what you guys are looking at, about what kind of conversations are you having? Because again, if you're trying to get into a serious committed relationship, why would you still try to like keep some form of secrecy? Because now I do understand the most important relationship that any human being has is the one that they have with themselves.
Hmm.
And obviously, there are certain things that you're not going to divulge to anybody. Your, not your parents, not your kids, nobody. That is the intimate conversation that you have with yourself. So, um, but I think when you get into a long term relationship and then it leads into an engagement, which leads into a marriage, at some point, the conversation of cell phones and all of that has to come up. And there probably should be like several conversations about cell phones, especially now in 2025. Like, there has to be. And if you're committed in that relationship, you gotta let your significant other know of if you got debauchery on your phone, that's a conversation that y'all gotta have.
Like what?
I mean, if you're somebody who likes big booty girls
Oh my.
and thongs, and you know what I'm saying, and you got it all on your phone or it's in your what is it, your algorithm on your phone, that's a conversation you gotta have with your significant other. And same thing if it's a female, looking at dudes and whatever, you know, that's a conversation that you gotta
Ladies,
have.
if you're looking at Method Man, just tell your husband up front, hey, Method Man is all through my phone. No?
Nah, nah,
Method Man is on my phone.
nah. And she always says, "Babe, if Neil Long was if I wouldn't have no problem with it." But I already got Neil Long. Here's the deal: Neil Long is up here, and that's just like you're up here. So
I should be everywhere, not just
you
up
are
here.
everywhere. But again, everybody has their, But going back to the cell phone, like if you got debauchery on your phone, you need to have a conversation, or you need to uh, divorce your debauchery off of your cell phone.
And so that was one of the things that Bun B said in the interview. He said, when you get married, you need to wipe your phone clean from anything that is
Yeah,
of temptation.
yeah.
Jasmine said there should be access. What's up, Drea? Drea said it's about trust, but it's also about what are you looking for? Like, why would I need access to your like? So here's the thing. Derek and I early on, I had emergency gallbladder surgery early on in our relationship. And I was in so much pain. He wanted to be able to call my family. And I was like, I'm not about to sit here and go through my phone and try to give you everybody's information. So I handed him my phone, gave him the password.
Yeah.
There's nothing in my phone, really. I mean, he knows that I have male friends and we clown from time to time. But there's nothing in my phone that I should be worried about him finding, and vice versa. So that's how he ended up getting the password to my phone. I never changed it. I don't feel a reason to change it, but he's not just picking up my phone um, just for the sake of like, let me go in it, let me be nosy. And that brings me to one of the comments on this page.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. Drea said it depends on why they want it. Her ex was very insecure, and no matter what happened, he swore there were underlying reasons. A dude couldn't even walk past me without him swearing we knew each other. So I think in the case of like if you have an insecure partner and they come in saying, "Give me the access to your phone," I feel like that right there is an
Oh,
immediate problem anyway.
that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. Hey, Isha, that's
Yeah,
a
that's a
red
red
flag if
flag.
somebody's coming in requesting that type of information.
Yeah, nah,
Another
that's a
friend
red
said if you
flag.
need access to your person's phone, purse, glove compartment, wallet, dreams, and thoughts, you should get counseling to deal with the real issue. The phone ain't the real issue.
Yeah, that's definitely that's a red flag. I'm
It
just gonna
is.
say that that's a red flag. To me, that's just you're trying to off the rip trying to be controlling, and only in my opinion, only insecure women like controlling men or allow men to control them. But if it's a woman who's not insecure, she's gonna be looking at you crazy like, no, Negro, get away from me. What you mean? Check please. You have a good evening. And they dipping, they out.
So this was one that I thought was a really good comment. It says, "I don't have to have access. Who you are shows up no matter what. What happens in the dark will soon come to light if you're shady. Everyone
Ooh.
deserves some privacy unless you have shown sneakiness and being untrustworthy. If
Ooh.
you've shown me sneakiness and being untrustworthy, you
Right.
can just go. I don't
Right.
want to
Right.
check your
Right.
phone for what reason. You might as well just leave. If you're going to cheat on me, you were going to cheat on me regardless if I had access to your phone or
Right.
not.
Right. Right.
I've never asked a man for a password to his phone or any other device. I don't feel the need to share an email with you. I don't feel the need to share, my Facebook page with you. I don't feel the need to have access to your phone. Most of the time when I have Derek's phone, we're in the same car, and it's because I'm trying to play DJ, and he has
Mm-hmm.
all the music in his phone.
Fun. Hold on.
And I normally can't even remember his password anyway.
Yeah, but funny story. Remember, and those of you that were there, so Andrea was there, Carrera was there, and Tamiko and Alan was there. But remember when we were the night I proposed to you, and
Oh
we
my
were
God.
and we were going we were going to the spot, y'all. I was texting her one of her best friends back and forth, letting her know so she could get everybody else ready. And I was texting her back and forth like, "All right, Carrera, we're getting ready to leave the house, so don't text me no more. On the way, don't text me no more until I text you to say we're here because Nicole, might see it." And I always put my phone down on the console, and so I cut on a playlist or some music or something. And we're starting to drive, and there's music playing. She grabs my phone and says, "Ooh, I want to change the song." So I instantly grab my phone.
It was like, what?
I was like, "Hold on a second, babe," and I was double checking to make sure that Carrera hadn't sent me a text to say, "All right, we getting ready." And so as soon as I did that, I could feel her looking at me like, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on a second." Hold on a second, because she already didn't feel like going, but I was like, no, we
I
gotta
did
go.
not want to go, y'all.
And she was, she was just, yeah. So that was man, that was funny. But anyway, sorry to sidetrack.
Let's see. Isha says, "I agree. What's done in the dark will come to light. No need to be the police if you're confident in who you are." Hey, Carrera.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
So, what are your thoughts? Put your thoughts in the comments if you have not already gone to Facebook and answered that question. You know what I found odd though?
What's that?
More women said, "Not a problem. He can have my phone."
Right.
But the men that commented, "What for? Why does she need access? What's the reason?" It was never just a, "Yeah, she can
See
have
the
my password."
see that statement there, to me, I interpret that as you're trying to hide something.
Now, I don't think so. Here's my thoughts. I don't think everybody who says no, you can't have the password to my phone are trying to hide anything. I do think that even though we're married, we are entitled to some privacy. We're still independent of each other.
Right.
So, just like you needed privacy when you were trying to plan our engagement,
Yeah, yeah.
I think that we are all entitled to some privacy to some extent because what if I'm trying to plan a surprise birthday party for you,
Hmm.
but you're constantly going in my phone?
Yeah, yeah. That
So
yeah, that
I feel like
yeah, that's different.
right, but so I
That's a
feel
little
like some
different.
people just want their privacy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to be able to control what I can control. I
yeah,
want to be able to look at the debauchery without you judging me. I
yeah,
want to be able to listen to the music that I want to listen to.
yeah.
So I don't think that every time somebody says no, I'm not giving you my password, that you're cheating or you're doing
Right,
this.
right.
But I do feel like even though we're married, we're still entitled to some privacy.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely,
that's just
absolutely,
my opinion.
absolutely.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Isha
and
said in the 20 years that they've been married, she's never asked her husband for his password, and neither has he.
okay.
And and so the other issue is too, it's like trusting your partner.
Yeah,
I had a partner that I didn't trust at all. I never asked for his cell phone. I never tried to break into it. But just like that comment said, everything that you do is going to come
Mm-hmm.
to light. Everything. It's going to eventually show itself up, especially if you're one of those people that has a feeling that your partner is doing something.
Yeah.
You might ask it to come to light. You
Yeah.
might ask God to say, hey,
Yeah.
bring this to light for me so I can see the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I found a lot out after I prayed because I said, I'm not going searching for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look for anything. I'm not about to check nothing. Honey,
Yeah.
that information came right to my fingertips. I didn't have to do nothing but open my laptop.
Yeah.
And I was not looking for anything. And that's what my mom always told me. When you go looking for something, you're going to find something.
Yeah.
So just be patient. It's going to come to light.
And also too with this week's main topic question, real talk question, I think too, um, age definitely is a factor. Just
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. I think age is a factor because I think um, if you're in your 20s, this is definitely going to be a topic where why you want to look. It's going to be more question like why do you want to get in my
Especially
phone?
with this generation.
Right. With this 20-year-old, 20-year-old generation, they definitely ain't about to let their significant other, even if they're married, I think they would still. And I wish we knew a couple that was married that was in their 20s, and we could ask them like, "Yo, do y'all, do y'all have access to each other's phone?" But I definitely think age is a factor with this question because when you get to your 40s and in my case 50s, like
Child, you too tired to even be.
right,
You don't even want to answer
right,
your
right,
phone, let
right.
alone look through somebody else's.
Right. Who got time to do all that shit? Like, nah.
Drea, he definitely made a good point. It was a guy on my page. I'm trying to look for the comment now, but he said men never have any privacy. Do you feel like that's true? That men don't have privacy? Because I asked him, I said, why can't men have privacy?
um, I think that this is just my opinion. I think men do have privacy. I think that sometimes men either don't know when that time is or haven't discovered it. Um, when that time is, they don't know or haven't discovered that privacy time. You
What do you
know,
mean?
like you can always have your own little private time as a man, as a woman too.
So, okay, so here's a question for you because I've seen this before on different TikToks and stuff like that. Um, do men only feel like they have privacy when they're in the bathroom, and is that why you guys stay in the bathroom so long?
For yeah, in some situations, yeah, yeah, absolutely,
So, men, and if you want privacy, go to the bathroom,
yeah.
hide out there. I don't know. That sounds crazy
I
to
mean,
me.
that's real though. That's
I feel like women don't have privacy because here's the thing: my cell phone password, my kids know it.
yep.
My dogs follow me around all day. My
Uh,
kids don't ask their parent, their other parent, their father or Derek for anything. They come straight to me.
you don't get no sympathy about the dogs. I'm
Whatever.
sorry.
But I
Sorry.
just feel like women really don't get the privacy we need. Because even if I'm in the bathroom, he come walking in, the dogs scratching at the door, the kids come in asking me questions, everybody taking my phone from me. So I feel like we don't get privacy, and I do feel like maybe men, maybe that's a conversation for another day,
Another episode.
another episode. We talk about privacy because as a mother,
Yeah, that's. I mean, I that now that you say that and you point that out, that is true. Like I'm sitting there thinking, like, yeah, it don't matter where a mom is at. Somebody coming to where she at.
Carrera said, half the time I can't even find my phone. My husband has plenty of privacy. I've never even thought to look in his phone. Drea said they in the bathroom looking at debauchery.
Debauchery, baby, straight debauchery. It's just guts and butts and all the good stuff.
Isha said everybody has privacy to some extent. And I agree, but I think that we should be allowed privacy in our cell phones.
Yeah,
I don't feel like your partner should just pick up your cell phone and just use it or look through it whenever they want. It's just like the guy on my page, he said something about um he was raised not to look in a woman's purse. You know what I mean? That
Oh yeah.
that's privacy to me.
Oh
Don't go through
whoa.
my purse.
Oh whoa whoa.
Don't go
Absolutely.
through my purse because that's my private stuff.
Woo
But I feel
man.
like the phone being mine, there are things that I may not want you to see. Um, my friends and I, we share different videos and we share different photos of.
Just go ahead and say it. Y'all got your own. Wait, hold
We
up.
have our own debauchery. Yeah.
Women got their own debauchery too.
Yeah. And so I don't want him to see some of the things me and my friends talk about. And I joke a lot. I joke around with my friend Carrera a lot. Like, when I die, take my phone
Take the phone with you.
and
Yeah.
don't give it to nobody.
It's kind of like at the end of the movie The Hangover when they had the
Yes,
camera
we gonna delete.
and they started looking up them pictures and they were like, oh, they was all like, what in the world
did we do? So yeah, I think that to some extent I'm allowed privacy. You're allowed privacy, even though we're married.
Yeah.
My phone is my phone.
Yeah.
And I may not want to share all that with you.
Yeah.
So yes, he has access to my phone. Should he be picking it up without telling me? Absolutely not. Unless I'm in the hospital and you got to get in there. But don't go through my phone, go through my pictures. Because, you might find something you might not like. I'm just going to be honest.
Right. I mean,
you might find a picture or that you don't like. You might find an app that you're like, why is she on this app? And this is an app of Method Man, Takao. I don't know.
Here we go.
Idris Elba.
Here we go.
Me and Carrera share some funny things, and you might not like it.
Here we go. I know. Hey, listen. I know. As much as men can be, just you just look at him like you just a nasty old man. Women got their little debauchery side to themselves too, and it's cool. You're supposed to have your friend group to where y'all can just talk about debauchery, and it's between y'all, and then when you get done talking about debauchery, you just kind of, all right, we're gonna leave it over in that corner, and then let's get back to regular stuff.
All right, so if you guys want to hear more about cell phones, by the way, this episode is entitled "Should Love Be Unlocked? The Cell Phone Debate." So if you guys want to hear more about cell phones and access, and you want to talk more about it, go to my page on Facebook at Nikki Nichelle, and the comments are open for you guys to comment on should your partner have access to your cell phone and or other devices, iPads, etc., etc., etc. Why or why not? A lot of people said it's not a matter of insecurity or trust issues. A lot of people just said it's just for convenience, emergency purposes. So
I kind of feel like this question too is a little bit related to was it last episode or the episode before that we talked about people not having their significant other posted or pictures of them on their social media pages.
Well, that comes into play. Did we talk about that last week?
I can't remember. It might have been last week we talked about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Carrera.
Oh shoot.
Marriage number 1, I was ready to call a private investigator.
You about to call? Hold up, Crazy about to call Magnum PI.
Ever refuses to look at my purse? That might be an old school thing.
Derek
won't look at my purse either, and
That
I'll say, just go in there. I'm in the bathroom, and he's bringing me my purse. If you don't just grab the debit card.
Okay, if you are, let's say, 44 or older, going into a woman's purse, that is like something that you got taught, like at a young age. You was taught you bring that purse to the mama, to the grandmama, to your sister, your auntie. And if they tell you to go in there and get it, you kind of like, you sure? And I know for me, when my mama be like, here, go in there, go get my purse and look in there and grab such and such. I would grab her purse and walk back to her, open the purse up as I'm trying to find it. So she see that I'm not, it's just one of those taboo things that, not taboo, but that was just one of those unwritten rules that you don't go in no woman's purse, period.
All right, Couch Cousins, we're going to move on to this next episode. But again, if you want to continue the conversation, meet me on my Facebook page at Nikki Nichelle, and we will continue this conversation about cell phones and having access to your partners.
Yeah. All right, so we're moving on.
All right, Couch Cousins.
Our cousins' questions.
These are our cousins' questions. So, babe, what's your favorite black unit of measurement?
Favorite black unit of measure.
And we want you guys to chime in. What is your favorite black unit of measurement?
Yeah. So I would say this is from uh giving directions. So, when somebody asks you, hey, where's such and such at? Yeah, man, go down there, it's around the corner. Round the corner can be shit. 4 blocks, 2 blocks, 1, but just
30 minutes away.
Yeah.
It could
Just
be anything.
right down around the corner. Around the corner. That's definitely one that kind of resonates with me. It's around the corner. But I'm pretty sure we got like a pinch or something. Oh, wait. What's yours?
Well, you know what? I'm going to say this. Carrera gets on me all the time because I'll say something that's like right around the corner. So, like, I feel like, so we live on the west side. I feel like Coleraine is not far from us.
That is far, baby.
I feel like it's not far.
That's far.
Oh, but I say all the time, something is around the corner, and it could be a fair amount away. Like, yeah. But to me, it's just like around the corner because I hate to drive. So if I feel like it's around the corner, that means it's a short distance from me.
20 minutes is not around the corner. And that's how far it is to get to Coleraine from our house.
Carrera, who is Patricia Williams? No clue. Let's see. Drea says around the corner. Everything is around the corner. That might be a Cleveland thing because I say around the corner all the time. Like, and it's everywhere. Not around the corner. Danielle said on my way. Girl, on my way. You could be right outside, like up the street on my way. On my way could be I'm just getting down the steps to get into my car.
On my way is for real black folks. On my way is shoot, and you get up out the bed.
Yes, yes.
I'm on my way. Where you at? I'm around the corner.
My favorite black people unit of measurement is in a minute.
Oh yeah, in a minute, yeah.
So I say that all the time. I'm a teacher, so I say this all the time to my kids, and they be kind of looking at me like, Miss Wiggins, a minute already passed.
Yeah.
Okay. In a minute could mean 60 seconds, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I'll do it when I'm ready. In a minute can mean anything.
What about this one? Now, I don't know if this is a unit of measure, but I remember this, and I use this to this day. I remember my parents used to tell, my mama used to say this all the time, is I ask her, Mama, can we go such and such? She'll be like, we'll see.
We'll see is a definite no. When a black person tells you we'll see, just know that is a no. It's a no. Yeah, We're not going to see.
Yeah, we'll see.
And you sitting there back there thinking like, ooh, she thinking about it.
Right,
Nah, that's a
not
no.
happening.
That's not happening.
Not happening at all. You sitting there in the backseat mad, fired up, like, Ma, she said we'll see, but we ain't going to do it.
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. A whole anything. He had a whole wife.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He a whole fool. He a whole fool.
Right.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, 50-11. That just means you got a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
So those are good black people unit of measurement.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, wait, what? This was a few years ago when people was like, it was the whole thread of just different people saying what their favorite black unit of measurement was. And I was like, oh, this is interesting because I know that I use these all the time.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
On my way, around the corner. I tell you what, I use in a minute with my students all the time. Yep. All the time.
We'll
in a minute,
see.
We'll see.
What? We'll see. I tell that to my little elementary kids. They be looking at me crazy. I'm like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Just go over and sit down.
All right, let's see.
What? We got anybody put theirs in there?
Jasmine said on my way is you haven't even left the house yet. Yeah, you probably ain't. Danielle said might be on my way might mean that you're pulling up out the driveway, might be half dressed and leaving in 30 minutes.
Right.
Black people love a good measurement.
Jazz, do you remember you remember any your grandmother used to tell you or used to use?
So let's see what she puts in the comments.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead and in the comments, go ahead and put your favorite black people unit of measurement.
Unit of measure.
And we might have to revisit this topic.
Oh yeah. Cause it what?
You know what throws me off every time?
What's that?
When I'm watching like a TikTok of somebody making a recipe
Uh,
and they don't measure anything. And I'm like,
oh
I'm trying
no,
to remake this recipe. They talking about a pinch of salt, but
and
the
they go
salt is,
fast.
yeah, and then the salt is like not a pinch. Like a pinch is a little bit. They be like a
Yeah,
pinch of salt and they lifting their hands up like this, and the salt is just, that's not a pinch.
yeah.
I love when they say, measure till your ancestors say stop. Like, I don't know what that means. Is that a cup?
Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all about y'all
Oh my
friend,
goodness.
about y'all friend Nicole. She says this every time when she's she's seasoning whatever. She be like, she'll be go, phew.
It ain't
It ain't seasoned
seasoned if
if you
you
ain't
ain't sneezing.
sneezed.
If you ain't if you're not sneezing, put some more of that stuff in there. Cause the food gonna be
Ah,
bland if you ain't sneezing.
if
That's
you not sneezing, you ain't
mm-mm,
seasoning it. That's funny.
mm-mm.
That's funny.
All right, so let's move on to question 2, babe.
All right. So, question number 2. How do you navigate combining finances, especially if one partner makes significantly more money than the other? How do you do that? How do you navigate?
So this was a question that I posted on my Facebook page. I posted a list of questions, and you couch cousins came through.
Hmm.
This one got the most votes. So let's get into it.
All right.
How do you do that, babe?
So I would say again, in any relationship, whether it's romantic or non-romantic, business, mentor, mentee, coach, conversations have to be had. I mean, it's you can't get away from it. So I think the number one thing you got to do is you have to have a conversation with your partner and um and just discuss what is you know prime question, what is being financially smart to you. That's a question that you can start out with your partner and just ask them, and y'all sit down and just, because my thing is, if you don't ask you know those difficult questions about finances, it's going to lead to you all really like jacked up, mad at each other, pissed off, and splitting because you didn't have those upfront, honest conversations about finances. Um, but I definitely think you got to have a conversation first. Got to have a conversation. So, yeah.
I think one of the most important questions that you can ask when you're dealing with somebody that you think that you want to be in a relationship, not necessarily during the dating phase, but after you've kind of become boyfriend and girlfriend. Do we even still use that term in our 40s? I don't know. But anyway, um,
Yeah, you can use that term.
this is my boyfriend, y'all. So I think one of the most important questions, first and foremost, is what is your credit score?
Oh, yeah.
What is your credit score like?
Yeah.
Because if your credit score is low,
Yeah.
you've already told me a lot about your finances.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That's actually pretty good.
so we can start there. We're
Yeah.
gonna start there with your credit score. What is your credit score?
Yeah.
What does it look like? Because
Yeah.
if your credit score is low, that lets me know that you're not paying your bills on time.
Yeah.
Um, you're probably not very good with money.
Yeah.
And if my credit score is high, you might not be somebody that I'm willing to continue on this path with, this
Yeah.
journey with,
Yeah.
especially if you're not willing to take advice.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm starting at first is what is your credit score? Let's look through this credit and figure it out. Then the combining of the finances, I'm not combining my finances with somebody I'm just dating.
No.
Now, Derek and I were dating and we were living in the same house, but we didn't combine any finances because we're just dating right now.
Yeah.
We can have that conversation.
When did we? Was it after? It was after we got engaged that we, or was it right before we got engaged that we opened up that account together?
It was after we got engaged.
You sure was? No,
Yes, it was.
I can't remember.
It was after we got engaged. We opened up a
Yeah.
bank account. But so I don't so here's my thing. I don't think it matters if one partner makes significantly more than the other.
No.
I feel like both parties, this is just my opinion. I was raised with my dad and my mom, and I feel like, well, I know my mom made more than my dad for a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they always did 50-50. She had her, I feel like he should have his own personal account,
Mm-hmm.
And that's privacy as well when we're talking about devices and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
That's his private money.
yeah.
My private money is mine. But then we have an account together
Yep,
where we combine our finances, and that's for the purpose of the household, the
yep,
bills,
yep.
groceries, the
Mortgage,
mortgage, all
electric,
that
all of
stuff.
that.
Um,
And when, like, so for instance, for us, we have a certain amount that
goes
comes
into
out of our
yeah,
paychecks that goes into this joint account that takes care of the mortgage, the Duke Energy bill, the cell phones, all of those monthly the monthly bills. They come out of that account,
mhm.
and that account we already know, that's where those things are getting taken out of, and then the rest goes into our own personal accounts.
And I can do what I want with my personal
Yeah,
money.
yeah,
But again, if your credit ain't right, you probably are spending a lot of money on your own trying to make ends meet, robbing
yeah,
Peter to pay Paul.
yeah.
So those conversations definitely need to happen.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
and again, I just don't think it matters who makes significantly more than the other. I
Mm-mm.
know some people will say if he makes more, he should be more responsible for the bills, or if she makes more, she should be more responsible for the bills. But I just feel like 50-50 is the way to go. Now, I'm going to say this. Now, if he makes $600,000 a year
Right.
and I only make $90,000 a year,
She get to keep her check.
I'm keeping my check.
Yeah, cause we good.
Now, we're not talking like in
Well,
our
go ahead, go ahead.
in our situation, we're almost neck and neck with our
Hmm.
with our
Salary, yeah,
salaries. But again, if he's a millionaire
yeah, that's
and we get
different.
married, I don't think I should be paying 50-50.
So we'll spin it. We'll stay on this.
Or if I'm a millionaire.
We'll spin it. We'll stay on this. So just like I said, instinctively, if I made 600,000 a year and you made 90, I'm like, you keep your 90 and the 600, we gonna be live off good. What if we spin it? You made this, if a woman made the 600 grand and the man made 90,000, would she say the same thing to her man? Would she tell her man, you keep your 90, I make 600, I'm gonna take care of the bills of the house, and is that gonna happen?
I would. Couch cousins, what do you think?
Yeah.
If as a woman, if you were making $600,000 a year and your spouse only made 90,000, would you
Tell them that they could just keep
keep
their
their check
salary and do what
and
they
you
want
just
with
gonna
it.
cover all the bills? So, guys, answer that in the comments.
Ooh, because I'm gonna be honest,
I don't think a lot of women
a
would.
lot of women ain't doing that.
But if a woman made so let's keep it a buck. If a woman made $600,000, she's probably not checking for a man that makes 90. See,
What
y'all men will do that. Y'all will make a whole bunch of money and y'all will check for the girl at McDonald's. Women aren't doing that.
So you saying that the woman who makes the 600 grand a year, she's trying to find a partner that's going to be equal or more than what she's doing?
I think so.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think a woman is. I don't think a woman that makes that much is gonna be looking or checking for a man that makes $90,000.
So let's spin it. Let's give a hypothetical. Let's say you have a woman who is, and we'll use our friend. We'll use our friend Everett. Let's say
No, don't use our friends.
no. I'm not going to say like that. I'm just saying the company. Let's say, oh no, let's just say somebody is this woman. She's an executive for P&G, and she's like a vice president at P&G or something,
Okay.
and she makes $600,000 a year, and she meets a guy who is a principal at a school, and he makes $150,000 a year. Does that change? Does is she still going to? You think the woman is still going to approach him? You know,
Couch cousins.
what do
Do
y'all
you
think?
think the woman would approach a man who makes $150,000 a
And
year
he's a
and
principal,
he's a
so he's
principal
educated and he's a prominent person,
and she makes six hundred
and she
thousand
makes
dollars
six
a year?
hundred. She makes over $500,000 a year, and they meet at a they meet at the Black Family Reunion. He's getting something to eat, and they bump into each other, and he's being courteous, and she's liking or he's being what is it? Not courteous, but he's being being showing a lot of chivalry, and she's digging him and yada yada yada, and it cultivates.
I think it's gonna be like Taraji P Henson's character.
Ooh, and what movie was that?
Think like a
Yeah. Think like a man.
Yeah.
And her and crazy ass Michael Ealy.
Oh my goodness. I think it'll be like her character. She's gonna struggle with that decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because remember, she thought he was this up and
Big
coming
time
chef,
chef.
and
Yep. Yep.
he wasn't. I think she's gonna struggle with that decision.
Yep. Yep.
But you guys go ahead and answer that in
Yep.
the comments for us.
Yep.
But we're gonna move on to off the cuff this week. This week is our he said, she said, much like we did last week,
Yeah.
similar to the newlywed game.
Yep.
We're going to ask each other a question in hopes that our partner will get it right.
Mm-hmm.
You ready, D?
Yeah, I'm definitely ready. Let's do this.
All right, here we go. We didn't want to have dead air, so we did answer these questions earlier in our notebook.
Yes, we did. Yes,
So,
we did.
Derek, if I had a theme song, what would it be?
All right, y'all. Man, I was. Oh yeah. You might as well just go ahead and say, "Yeah, babe, you got it." So if she had a theme song, it would definitely be "Queen Bitch" by Lil Kim.
No.
What?
No.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
And you know what? I was like, he is so confident. I think he's going to get this wrong.
Okay.
Your booty might be bigger, but I still can pull your nigga. But I don't want it.
Yeah.
This is my theme song.
Oh, the Erykah Badu song. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I dropped the ball
He
on
dropped
that
the ball
one. I
on
fumbled
that
that one.
This is my theme song. If you haven't heard it, it's
Okay.
On Mama's Gun.
Okay. And we just went and saw Mama's Gun a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Well, I dropped the ball on that one.
All right.
All right. So, next question. Here we go.
Y'all like my singing. I know y'all did.
All right. If you could swap lives with someone for 24 hours, who would it be?
So I struggled with this question because the person that I think he would say is deceased. So I'm just saying if he were alive, I think he would probably switch lives with him for 24 hours. I said Kobe Bean Bryant if he was still alive. Or if
Who's
the person,
your honorable mention?
If the person is living, it would be Shaquille O'Neal.
You got it right. It's Shaq.
I knew it.
Yeah, Shaq, absolutely. Man, Shaq, man, what? I wouldn't even want to replace lives with him. I would just want to go, like, if I had like a couple hours to go and sit down and talk with Shaq, I got the perfect end to get into conversation with him because Shaq lived in Germany around the same time I did. Because his stepfather was a drill sergeant in the army.
He about to tell y'all Shaq's whole story.
So,
Lord have mercy.
and that's how I would approach Shaq. I'd be like, hey, you and I got something in common. And then I just go through all the questions. He'd be like, oh, snap. So yeah, so you got it right. Good job, babe. She know me.
All right, guys. Last question. And he'll go first with answering it. What's a hill that your partner is willing to die on? So he'll answer his question first.
Wait a minute. So I'm saying what you willing?
No, what you would be willing to die on.
Oh,
Did you? I thought you wrote it down.
I did.
Okay.
So a hill that I'm willing to die on, and I'm sorry, I don't care if the Lord blesses me to make it to 100 years old, I'm going to always eat me a little bit of pork.
That's the hill you're willing to die on?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. Now I don't eat it as much as I used to before I met you, but yeah, I'm gonna taste me a little bit of bacon. I'm gonna taste me a little bit of sausage. Now,
cook it in your own pan. Don't cook it in the same
how
pan
much I
cook my
eat
food in.
might be small, but I'm
I definitely messed that one up, guys.
Why would you say?
The 49ers are the best NFL team.
That's easy. Yeah, that's too easy.
That's a hill he's willing to die on. Just because he's willing to die on the hill don't mean that it's the truth.
All right. So
okay. A hill that I am willing to die on.
Uh-huh.
And I will say this over and over again.
She's gonna get this right, y'all.
And what did you say? What's a hill that I'm willing to die on?
That Jay-Z's the GOAT.
Best rapper alive. Absolutely. I'm willing to die on that hill. Argue with your mama. Argue with your mama. Jay-Z
Yeah,
is the GOAT.
that is definitely a hill she's gone down.
Yep.
That's now I will say honorable mention for me was I was gonna say Kobe Bryant is the GOAT in basketball. That's a hill I'm willing to down, and I'll debate with anybody. And I know MJ fans will, because one of my my homeboys, Hub is a Bulls fan, and he's an MJ fan, and we be in our group chat, and I just be I do stuff to poke him, and he be on there fired up, just firing away. Nigga, Mike's the greatest. He the GOAT. He got 6 rings. Kobe got 5. So I don't
Okay.
care. But yeah, so well, you got two out of 3, babe. Look at you, pretty good.
I do what I can do for the
Paying
people.
attention. I just knew I had Queen Bitch.
That is one of my favorite songs.
I just knew.
But it's not my theme song.
Yeah, I just knew that. But as soon as you started singing that booty, I was like, yeah, because you played that
That is my
a
theme
whole
song.
bunch of times.
I said if a music was supposed to follow me around,
yeah,
that would be it.
that would be your theme music.
I wish I had a big booty so that I didn't have to sing "Your Booty Might Be Bigger Than Mine," but that's my song because I feel like it's about me.
Right.
Your booty might be bigger, but I still can pull your nigga, but I don't want him.
Yeah.
You got sugar on your pizza, but your nigga thinks I'm sweeter.
Yeah.
But I don't want him.
Yeah.
All right, babe.
Man, that's crazy. I ain't got it. I thought I had that. But anyway, all right, y'all. So today's positive shot. I'll be doing today's positive shot this week.
Let's take our shot.
Take our shot. Tink, tink. So, I really do.
This is water, career.
It's colored water.
Apple juice.
That's apple juice.
Yes.
So one of the things I've started this journey probably about 3 years ago, I want to say, of sending out my positive message each morning, Monday through Friday. And honestly, I don't even know why I started doing it. It's kind of like on Forrest Gump, when Forrest Gump just woke up
and started running.
Yeah, got off the porch and just started running. And they asked him, and he just said, "I just felt like running." Or you just gonna do the Forrest Gump voice?
I just felt like running.
Yeah. So I just woke up one morning and I just felt like just sending out a positive message because I feel like I'm a supreme optimist, And she can tell you, she be like, "Babe," and she'll text me, something, she's dealing with, and then I'll sit and I'll, think about it, and then I'll hit her back with just some, positivity.
And then I can't be negative anymore.
And I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna put it out there. It's up to you how you're gonna receive it, But I'm not gonna feel bad about putting out always being positive. Now, I'm obviously gonna be realistic, but I'm always gonna be positive. So today's positive shot is time is the scarcest resource, and unless it is managed properly, nothing else can be managed. Okay? I'll say that again. Time is the scarcest resource. So y'all know time is
it's fleeting.
Blink of an eye and your time is up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time for you to go home, and you be sitting there saying to yourself, "But I didn't get a chance to do this. I didn't do this. I forgot to say that." So, it's a scarce resource. And if you don't manage it properly, all right, if you don't manage it properly, nothing else can be managed. All right. So just make sure you manage your time wisely, because it can be
gone in an instant.
In an instant, it could be gone. All right.
And if you didn't catch that the first time, just rewind it.
Yep.
He said it twice, so you guys can get
it. Yeah. I'm just
twice the message.
The teacher in me, the teacher in me. Man, one of these episodes, we're gonna have to dive into our whole profession of educators.
Jasmine said that Jay-Z is not, though.
Ooh, Yeah,
Jasmine, we're
Jazz.
gonna have a conversation outside of
Yeah,
this couple's
Jazz.
couch because I'm trying to figure out who is then.
Jazz. Who's your goat, Jazz?
Jasmine, who is your goat?
Who is your goat? Your goat in rap. Hurry up. Put it in the group chat. Who is your goat?
Who is your goat? But we're gonna wrap up this episode of Couples Couch.
Yes.
Make sure you follow us on all our social medias.
Yes.
And we did this on a Thursday because my baby has something to do this weekend.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it again next Thursday because next Saturday is our
Our
annual ugly Christmas sweater party. So we're going to have guests at our house. We might turn on the mic and let people vibe out with you all.
Yeah, we might go live.
Not
We'll
sure.
see.
We might go live. We'll see what our company's feeling like doing.
We'll see.
But keep sending your questions. And don't forget to follow our business pages. I am Soul Signature Designs on Facebook.
Yes.
I'm sorry, on IG and Soul Signature on Facebook.
Yep.
And then our t-shirt apparel line, We Are BLKLine on IG or BLKLine on Facebook. And we will make sure that we post the links in the captions.
Yep. Oh, and also too, we are on TikTok. So if you get on our TikTok page, it is
We Are BLKLine.
So We Are BLKLine on TikTok for our t-shirt apparel line. And then also our couples couch is on TikTok. It is the couples couch. And make sure you get on there. There's a bunch of shorts that we got on there, and so just like it.
And I'm looking crazy in half the shorts. Like that. It's just so crazy looking. Yeah, it's terrible.
But this is pretty good. I like it. So and again, y'all, we're just trying this podcast thing, and we're just,
vibing out with the people, want to hear what you all have to say.
Yep. So much love. See y'all next week on Couples Couch,
where Black love kicks back, gets real, and definitely laughs out loud.
Make sure you get your ass off that couch. All right, time ain't waiting on nobody. Part of the positive shot. So make sure you get your ass off that couch and love on your spouse today.
Peace.
Peace.